Alright, hi everybody. It's Bonkai922. Freezing vibrations. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, now we saw last week. Motherfucker. This one was a little bit different. This was essentially what this was yeah, it was a fight. That's pretty much what this episode was. There's really nothing to it. Overall, this is that's what they basically did. Episode 6 and 7 is a sibling arc. I think this is the way I look at it. I personally believe, though this is just my opinion, and tell me what you guys think in the comments below before I get into the summary. If they had done it this way, they might have caught up. But that's just my undertaking of it. Because if they, let's say this happened. Let's say the animation company that does freezing said, okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come out with OVAs in the summer lineup. For the summer, the animes that are coming out in the summer, we're going to come out with OVAs of freezing. And they're like, okay. And it's going to be only the sibling arc. And let's say they come out with 3 or 4 or 5, we'll say. It's not really a huge thing. They come out with like 3 or 4 or 5 OVAs. And then in the fall, they come out with the Freezing Vibrations anime. The problem, I think, what would have occurred is as they went along, they would have caught up. But that's just my feelings. But anyway, let me get into the summary of this. Freezing Vibration, Episode 7, Spellbound. Listen. Okay, yeah. I kind of am upset. Yo, man, Louise? No, you can't. He deserved worse than that. Yeah, he deserved worse. Now, give me a fucking break, man. All he gets is... It's so funny at the end because he jumps off the cliff. I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. I was like, yeah, good for him. He jumped off the cliff. Then Holly's there and I'm like, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. But anyway, majority of this episode is pretty much a fight between Holly and SATELLIZER. Now, in this episode, we do get this kind of angry moment with Louise, and he's like ripping Holly's clothes off and shit, and he calls her that you're just a substitute for SATELLIZER. And she took offense to that. She's like, it's because of you. Oh, give me a break. What? Really? You're blaming her? Listen, Holly, I got news for you. Your boyfriend is a psychopath. Yes, I went there. He's crazy. Jesus Christ. Doesn't she realize he's freaking molesting his own sister? Like, you really like this guy? Get a clue. But anyway, she was very angry to SATELLIZER in this episode and was attacking her ferociously. Thought it was pretty interesting. I'm going to give this, more or less, if this episode gets a 4.5. And basically the fight between the two of them got pretty heated. I mean, SATELLIZER, she kept up with Holly. And Holly was supposed to be a top tier, very top tier Pandora. And she was able to keep up with her. And that's when she was bringing out those light wings, SATELLIZER, and she gave Holly a good rough time. And at one point, before then, she gets knocked down pretty roughly. And I love fucking Kazuya giving those hated eyes to that brother's like, that brother is, listen, man, he didn't deserve to live. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but man, this guy is scum. He's scum. Like, seriously. He was funny. I kept saying in last week's episode review, he should jump off a cliff. That's what he did! But I digress. basically, you know, there's this pep talk going on between Kazuya and SATELLIZER, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm a fanboy of this girl, of SATELLIZER. I love her as a character in the show. It's unbelievable. But anyway, what ends on happening is she brings out the wings, and that's when things get really interesting. Now, at one point in the fight, Luis brings out the Imbinger. Can't even say that. Set. Which is when a limiter and a Pandora have the baptism, they can do the Einbinder set. And he did that, and he froze SATELLIZER, and he says, "You'll always remain frozen in time." I'm like, listen, man, okay, if you were in America, you'd be going to jail for that shit. Like, for reals. Wake up and smell the cocoa and coffee. You can't do that. You can't do that shit. But, likewise, Kazuya uses his freezing technique, nips it in the bud, and she, hoorah! Holly. Takes out Holly. And that's when it was the scene. His fucking brother, man. Listen. No one wants a brother like this. I'm convinced no one wants a brother like this. Anyone who has a brother like this, I suggest you do one thing. Disown him. Disown him. Just tell him to leave. Because he's obviously mentally disabled. Because his head is just cuckoo. Because basically after she defeats Holly, he's like, oh, he's walking towards the cliff. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Jump off that cliff. You deserve it, you sinful son of a bitch. Jump off it now. Get over there. Yeah. I'm sorry, but this guy was a son of a bitch. And we have an interesting little flashback of when he was younger. And we see SATELLIZER younger, and then we see like this scene where she's crying and she sees this light and she goes to it and he's like, oh, he gets put, he's at a grave. He's at a grave site, cemetery. I was dying for that. I was like, Jesus, wow. So basically he realizes now, he's like, you're not alone anymore. You won't need me anymore. And he just jumps off the cliff. I'm like, yes! But then, oh, here comes Holly, and she jumps off. And I'm like, I mean, it's so stupid because here's the thing. I'm like, listen, she was with you the entire time at the academy, Holly. Like, huh? You know, she loves you. Oh, but you still want your sister. Wake up, man. Stupid. So she basically goes in, she rescues him, and then there's this scene with both of them on the beach. So everything is right as rain. Everything is back. So they basically made up of the whole situation. And we then have a scene with them going on a plane, Kazuya and SATELLIZER, and this last plane that's going to take them to Alaska. And basically, I think it's, who was it? It was Luis and Holly saying goodbye to them, and Holly's crying and everything. We then also get another scene. We get to see her father, SATELLIZER's father, and I believe her mother. Her mother telling her father that Violet told them, that her sister told them about what went down. And he's thinking to himself, I'm hoping you're doing well. Now, I don't want to spoil here, but this will be the only spoiler I say. You might see SATELLIZER's father later on in this arc, hopefully. I'm not too sure, but there's a possibility. I'll put spoilers in the title. Brief spoiler. Brief. For the only animes. You briefly see him later on in this season, hopefully, I think. But we'll see. But anyway, after that, they're on their way back to Alaska, and then it's, forgot to mention, Rana calls them and tells them things are bad there. Things are really bad there. And we see that bitch doctor Ohara. She's in like this basement area looking at things and saying, oh, if the Pandora doesn't work at all, we'll have to resort to this. And we see these tubes and these, I think it looks with the Maria or something. I had no idea what it was. I've never seen that, I believe, in the manga. Then, we get the preview for next week's episode. Rebellion. Yo. Non-anime viewers. The anime only watchers. Do you have your seatbelts? Your extra diapers? Just letting you guys know up front. Get ready for one hell of a fucking roller coaster. Get ready. Rebellion. Yo, this is gonna go down so hard. You're gonna get whiplash. I shit you not, man. Rebellion. Yo, this is gonna be awesome for next week. Next week's gonna be freaking amazing. Now that we're out of the sibling arc, we go back into this. It's going to go down huge. Now, I believe, last thing I'm going to mention here, I just said my thoughts and everything. There's probably going to be, I don't know if there's going to be just 12 episodes or we're going to get another one. It might only be 12. If it's 12, I can see them doing most of it, but I wonder, is it all of it? Because this arc is pretty long. And I wonder if they can fill all of it, finish all of it. If they finish all of it, thank you, Lord, for this bounty. Because if they finish all of it, yo, the shit that goes down at the end of this arc. Anime only watchers, you will be crying. I assure you, you will be crying when this is over. Because you're going to be like, no! You know, it's gonna be epic proportions. So yeah, that's the story, people. Bankai 922. See you guys later. Good sibling arc. I just feel like they should have done it in the OVA. Not here. You know, but hey, what are you gonna do? 4.5 out of 5. Told you what the story is. Bankai 922. Rebellion next week. Yo, that's gonna be awesome. Yo, awesome. Awesome sauce has been given to me by freezing. We will see. I'm Bankai 922, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.